instructions are so boring, right?
So, we'll explain the crossroads meditation, how Steiner explained it. So the whole purpose is again to develop the forces of the soul, to be able to form images more independently of the physical perception on the brain. So we build this the soul forces for that. The soul forces being thinking, feeling, willing. So that's what we want to train, to be more able to use it with our own free will, own forces. So the rose meditation, it's in three parts. There's the preparation of the symbol, with all thinking and feelings, and then there's the symbol itself, and then there's the erasing the symbol and letting it resonate or getting the kind of answer back. So it's the three part of the meditation. And each part, it's you can do it again and again and again for months, for years. It's to get efficient in meditation. It's way to choose one and to keep doing. It's because the most of the change happening inside are not noticed. Yeah. So the yeah, it needs patience and courage. Yeah. So the first part, building the symbol. So you imagine you need a plant and the growing process of a plant, and you can take directly a rose. I think it's the most direct way. But Steiner says you plant any plant. So seeing the earth and growing process and seeing the flower, and seeing that the plant is growing to the sun, and you try to experience from inside the growing forces of the plant, and the purity of the forces going to the sun, and the reproductive forces of the rose. If you take a rose, a red rose, so you build the image, and it's important you are to be touched by what you build, really to have the feelings involved in the roots of the plants, the growing process, the bluant, how do you say? Blossom. So that's the first part. When you compare the plant and the human being, and you compare that the human being can move freely, is not attached to the earth, but in this movement he's doing a lot of bullshit the plant doesn't do. Yes. Lot of bullshit, yes. And due to instinct, to desire, and you see the blood as being the carrier of the instinct. So you see there's movement in the human being like an animal. So more freedom than the plant is fixed on one spot. But in this movement, going out of the harmony of the cosmos through desire. And so you see this contrast between the two, the plus and min from both sides. And then from that you see, okay, there's a way of purifying the desire in the human being, in the blood. And you can see that the desire can be purified, the egoism of the human being can be purified, can be purified. And you imagine that in the plant, in the rose, the green soap, the green juice as a symbol of the purity of the plant growing, and this green juice going into the petals of the rose, getting red. And you see that as a symbol of purity, and this red becoming the symbol of the blood when it's purified. And then you imagine the blood, purified blood, with this red color in your body, like how it would be, how it is when your blood is purified from any desire. And the process of purification of the grace, you imagine it as a symbol of the black cross, like burned wood, black, on you purify with your purified blood. You imagine as a symbol of the 7 roses, red light roses, 7 on the cross, like that. So that's the symbol. So you take the time to make the whole process with the thinking and to experience the process, because depending of the intensity of your inner experience depends the intensity of the symbol you build. So you really involved yourself in the whole process, different than taking a symbol from the book and mentally focus on the symbol. You can do that to develop the mental forces, it also works, but you don't involve so much the feeling power. And I want to develop that as well. So it's more complete. So when you have prepared for months the thing, and then you can go to the symbol, or you, I don't know, you can directly go to the symbol on preparation and go back, and it's also possible, I think. But when you decide to meditate on the symbol, then you let go of all the preparation. It's important to differentiate the two moments, and you just look at the symbol and the feelings involved when you look to the symbol. So it's the mental and feelings. And when you learn to focus on that, pure symbolically, it means you start from your feeling, thinking, and you go more and more into this independent area of focusing on the symbol itself, more and more independent of the brain. That's technically what it means. The power of focusing of something by your own forces. When you have done that, then you erase all what you have built, all the image, and you try to stay in this inner silence, more receiving. So not saying what's the effect of meditation, and with this same way of being available, with not waiting anything specific, just let it work on you. So it's good to regularly read the instruction of Steiner again in the Occult Science, and because it's always things to remind again of in initiation. Yes? Button?
That's what I thought when you said after you let the image fall, and then you come to in a silence area. And then you just see what's happening.
Yeah.
I thought that was a moment that you receive a symbol. You see something coming that.
No. In this meditation, you build a symbol, and it's different than all meditation when you receive a symbol.
Yeah, but it was after the cross.
What do you mean? The cross is of the wolf. Is the
yeah. But then you let it fall.
Yeah.
And then you come into this silence.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that then that was a moment that you receive an image, not create it yourself, but receive it.
Another image.
Yeah. Another image in the cross. Yes.
Huh?
Another image than the cross.
Can be. Yeah, it's very personal. It's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that's.
Yeah. What is important is that you build. What Steiner says in that the images you receive, it's first about yourself. So it's not to go in an illusion. You directly perceive the spiritual world. No, it's first about yourself, symbol of yourself. You meet yourself, and just let go again. Imagine coming. The only thing you have not to let go in the perception there is the inner feeling of a self, of the inner self, which is immortal. Actually, you more and more perceive your the inner self, the core of yourself. This feeling is the thing you have to grip. Not to let go, because it's that you will more and more develop this inner perception of your own self through that. The images, you don't go lost in that, because it's more this extending. I wonder what to say. What I understand about make your own experiences. I mean. And when you develop correctly, you should get more awareness into the dream world, or directly in dreaming, or when you wake up, you remember more, or you remember there's moments which are more real in the dreams. It's more real. That's kind of signs you can notice. I'm developing. I start to have more forces in my consciousness to get more awake where I usually sleep, to get more awake in the dream. And so that's the kind of sign that you're developing these new forces. Voilà. As far as I can tell.
Shall we switch something here?
Yeah.